Okay, I want to welcome everybody to this presentation of the Cadet Military Program here at the University of North Georgia. This primarily is for new members of the Corps Advisory Council. We've got a few existing members on board as well, so welcome to you all. Today we have Lieutenant Colonel Retired Keith Antonia, Associate Vice President for Military Programs at the University of North Georgia, and Keith will make this presentation. So Keith, thanks. Turn it over to you now.
Okay, hey, thanks a lot for asking me to do this. I love giving updates to the Corps Advisory Council. Corps Advisory Council is extremely important to what we do here. And really, we kind of consider the Corps Advisory Council as part of our cadet military program, which is what I'm going to talk to you about here. So let's just get started. Just want to give you a quick overview on the University of North Georgia for those of you who are not completely up to date on things that have been happening here. Although we were established, although we consolidated with Gainesville State College a few years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, we still say that the university was established in 1873. We are, as most of you know, one of 6 senior military colleges in the country by Title 10 federal law. The others are the Citadel, VMI, Texas A&M, Virginia Tech, Norwich. We got 20,000 students now, but those students are spread across 5 different campuses, and I'll show you where they are. In the fall of 2019, we had 757 cadets start the fall of 2019. So that's where we were as far as the size of the Corps cadets. And you can see for the next 3 bullets that we've been doing really, really well as a university as far as academic reputation on a national level. So we used to have schools in the university and the college in North Georgia College of State University, North Georgia College, North Georgia Agricultural College. But now we have colleges. So we have a College of Arts and Letters, Mike Cottrell College of Business. Mike Cottrell is a businessman from Gainesville who manufactures those trailers, you know, that carry new cars and stuff down the highway. He's donated $20 million to the university, to the College of Business, and so we're calling it the Mike Cottrell College of Business. We also have a College of Education, a College of Health Sciences and Professions. That's where our Doctor of Physical Therapy program is and our nursing programs are. College of Science and Mathematics with chemistry and physics and math. University College, which really helps students with their academic, any academic issues and things that they're having. And then we have this Institute for Environmental and Spatial Analysis. And we've got this Institute for Leadership and Strategic Studies, which is really a component of the cadet military program. By the way, so here's where our campuses are. For those of you who don't know, our newest campus is up in Blue Ridge. We're going to open a brand new campus here this month or in August, but it's supposed to happen before the fall semester of 2020 starts. I think we've got 180 students enrolled up there in the Blue Ridge campus. Of course, on Dahlonega, we got about 7,300 or so. In Gainesville, we got a little over 8,000 students. In Cumming, we've got 1,400 students. And in Oconee, we've got 2,500 students. The Corps Cadets, of course, only resides on the Dahlonega campus. There are no cadets where their home campus is some other campus. By the way, General Mark Milley visited us 2 years ago to speak with the Corps of Cadets. Now he's, as you know, is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Okay, so what is the cadet military program? What's our mission? It's essentially the same as it always has been, and that's to prepare cadets for ethical and adaptive and innovative leadership as officers in a total Army, which is the Army National Guard, the Army Reserve, the regular Army, other public enterprises, and civic organizations for the good of American society. What we really want to do is contribute leaders. Our graduates are going to contribute somehow in some way to the national security effort, whether it be in the economy, in the military, in a public service organization, in a federal agency, etc. And we also want to make sure that our cadets have the foundation for strategic thinking. So what comprises the cadet military program? These are all the entities that comprise the cadet military program. We have the Board's Head Brigade, which is the centerpiece for the cadet military program. Then we have the Office of the Commandant of Cadets, and working closely with the Office of the Commandant of Cadets is the North Georgia Corps of Cadets Association, which is sort of the fellowship organization for the Board's Head Brigade and the networking piece, and then the Corps Advisory Council. We also have the Office of the Professor of Military Science. We have the Office of the Corps Cadets Development. There Phil Collins runs. The Office of Cadet Admissions, the Office of Global Military Programs, or GMP, and then the Institute for Leadership and Strategic Studies. And I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of these as I go through the presentation. So the Boar's Head Brigade mission remains to develop highly educated leaders of character to serve as lieutenants in the Army or anywhere else in American society. And of course, Colonel Mathews is a retired Army intelligence officer, and he is the Commandant of Cadets. And it's he and his retired NCOs and officers that are responsible for the health and the welfare and the morale and the feeding and the discipline of the Corps. And then the professor of military science is a full regular Army colonel, Colonel Wright. He's an infantryman now. Anyway, his mission, that mission of that office is to inspire our OTC cadets to commission as Army officers of character for the total Army and develop citizens for a lifetime of commitment to service to our nation. Excuse me. And then we have a Cadet Admissions Directorate, which is part of the cadet military program. The Director of Cadet Admissions is Mike Ivey, retired Lieutenant Colonel, I believe 94 or 95 year group here from the University of North Georgia, but his focus is to recruit scholar athlete leaders. So we're not looking for young men or women who need discipline and structure in college to succeed. We're looking for disciplined young men and women who want to be leaders after they graduate from college, whether that's leaders in the United States Army or leaders in some other sector of American society. We're looking for the same sort of character, that West Point is looking for. We're not going to turn away anybody who doesn't necessarily want to commission as an Army lieutenant, either in the Guard, Reserve, or the regular Army. If they want to develop their leadership skills in the Corps of Cadets, they can certainly do that and then go off into some other entity or career after they graduate. For example, we've had cadets who want to go into the FBI or the State Department and things like that. We're not turning those away. We still want them. And then the development mission here, the Office of the Corps Cadets Development is also part of our cadet military program. And you can see here what the development mission is. And then the Georgia Gold American Treasure campaign, which you will learn about later if you haven't done so already. And then we also have a relatively new entity, which is called the Global Military Programs. So this element is led by Lieutenant Colonel Tony Fritchley, who's a retired infantry officer. And his job and his department's job is to provide a variety of services to assist international cadets. In other words, cadets coming from other service academies from other countries here to embed with our Corps of Cadets, with our cadets to go to international internships, exchange programs, study abroad, or conferences overseas. And then also there are scholars, faculty and stuff in these other military academies and things overseas that we're partnered with that do research or they want to come over here to do some research with us, or they will teach some subjects here at the university for a semester. So that's what they do. They handle outgoing cadets, our outgoing cadets, incoming international cadets, and visiting military scholars. And then there's the Institute for Leadership and Strategic Studies, which really develops the educational programs and opportunities for our cadets, and also synchronizes the cadet military program in order to prepare our cadets for this leadership experience that we've been talking about. There is a prior to about 2 years ago, we did not have a specific track or a unique track for cadets who decided that they were not going to commission, or they couldn't commission for some reason or other, or they wanted to do some other career or something. And so now we started a track that you can enter in your junior year of college as a cadet. You're still a full cadet in the Corps of Cadets. You wear a uniform, you live in the Corps of Cadets and all that stuff. You do physical fitness training and all that. But instead of taking military science courses, the third level, the junior year courses, MS3 or MS4, that really drill down, those courses really drill down and teach you how to be an Army officer. We have alternative military science courses that sort of prepare you for leadership roles in other places in American society, in particular in federal agencies and intelligence community, as well as business management and things like that. The Institute for Leadership and Strategic Studies collaborates with Academic Affairs to incubate these programs that we need for our cadets to gain those critical thinking skills that we talked about before. So if there are programs that we need to develop that's related to leadership and strategic and security studies, then we will do that through the Institute for Leadership and Strategic Studies, which is a component of the cadet military program. This is the ILS Advisory Board. We put together an ILSS for the Institute for Leadership and Strategic Studies, the slide that I just talked about, put together an advisory board to help us with the knowledge, the understanding, and the strategic thinking that's going to enable us to the ILSS to more effectively accomplish its mission. You want me to finish this out?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. So these are the board members that agreed to serve on the ILS Advisory Board. And